What's up, everybody, and welcome back to A Beer a Day with TK. Anderson and I are hanging out in the beer shed, getting ready to check out another beer. The beer we have today is one called Quittin Time. This is a Helles Bock. This is from Brewery 85 out of Greenville, South Carolina. You may ask, how did two guys in Ohio get a South Carolina beer? And if you haven't watched any of the other videos, you don't know. But this came from Wayne, from Wayne's Beer Delivery. We did a beer trade, and he sent me up some super cool South Carolina brews. So we're excited to be able to give these a shot. Like I said, this is a Helles Bock. Comes in at 7.5% ABV, 23 IBUs, and this is from Brewery 85. They had a little description of the beer, and this was on Untapped, and it says, rings true to its name, built for the end of a shift, a long weekend on the lake or at the beach, or a hard-earned reward at the end of a hike. This beer is easy drinking, yet phenolic enough to keep it challenging. Big, dry, phenolic, noble hoppiness, loud.
We might be adding or a good beer for the late night drinking in the beer shed, depending on how this beer is.
Yeah, hey, I mean, we get a couple in, so I think this will fit in nicely. Ready to give it a shot?
Yeah.
See if we got anything cool on here.
Once again, this is another style you don't see a whole lot of people doing, like the Bocks in general.
No, this is...
I can remember when I was first bartending, the bar that we worked at didn't have a huge selection of beers.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of your shift, you get a couple drinks for free as part of your pay or whatever you want to call it, your bonus, whatever. And I was just looking for something one night to drink, and nothing was really doing it for me. And they had Amber Bock on draft from, was it Michelob?
Yeah, Michelob.
And that would be the first Bock I ever had, and that was quite tasty. And since then, I've really enjoyed that style. So I'm looking forward to trying this.
I like them too. You don't see tons of them. I know Yuengling did a Bock beer years back. I remember buying that, but I'm not sure if they make it anymore. And then obviously some of the German breweries do Bock. So I mean, you get them if you are lucky enough to have a lot of German imports or a local beer shop that has that kind of stuff. But if you don't, I mean, you really don't see a lot of American brewers doing it. Macros, nobody has.
No.
Maybe Michelob did. Obviously with microbreweries, there's a lot more variation and people jumping into these styles. So, it's kind of a cool one to give a shot.
So let's check it out.
Like I said, 7.5% ABV, 23 IBUs, does pretty good ratings-wise, 3.58 on Untapped with 3,000 check-ins. Beer Advocate, 3.69 with 33 reviews. So we're sharing this 12-ounce can here to give it a shot. It probably doesn't do the head justice on this, but...
You finally did a decent pour.
It's not that bad this time. It's the first good one I've done in a while. Color, if I'm looking at my chart here from Brew HQ,
well, the first thing I have to say is...
probably say about a 7.
It's more cloudy than I expected, and it's lighter colored than I expected. But I guess this is a Helles Bock.
Mm.
So they would be a little lighter in color than straight Bock beers.
Yeah, and the idea here is supposed to be like a Helles lager, but kind of amped up, brewed to that Bock, the strength essentially. So when you say this, maybe pale amber as the color. If you had to look at the chart.
I can't see your chart here.
A 7.
What are you saying? Pale amber is it
7? Here maybe 7 or 8ish. Yeah.
Yeah, about a 7.
Probably around a 7 or 8 on the chart. Again, this is at Brew HQ if you want to get one of these. The head looked decent. Obviously, we split one can, so obviously doesn't do it justice. It looked like a decent white head. You still have some
still sticking around. It's thin, but it's sticking around.
Yeah, you got it on the sides there. Give this boy a sniff.
I can't really see.
What are you looking for?
Carbonation.
Nah,
yeah, it's too hazy to.
You can't see it with the haziness. Smell.
Little malty.
You almost get a little bit of like a Belgian yeast kind of thing, like that
yes.
Spiciness. I quite like that.
You ready to try it?
Yeah, man. Been ready. Cheers. There's a fair amount going on there. Medium bodied, has a nice texture to it. It's kind of like like smooth. It's nice.
And there's almost, at the end of it, there's almost like that, just a tinge of that, like, effervescent carbonation. But it's not overpowering, but you just kind of get it on the tip of your tongue at the end.
I'm going to start backwards, I guess, on this one at the end. The one thing I like, whenever you have beers that kind of have that like Belgian yeast kind of taste to them, I always feel like in my mouth it's like a little bit of like pepperiness or something like that. And I feel like I'm picking that up from this. You definitely obviously get like a nice malty flavors as well. A little bit of hops. I know some people were saying they were piney kind of hops taste. I don't know that I really pick up. I don't pick up piney hops in it.
But I mean, our palates might have been abused over the years by all the American hops that.
Yeah. I mean, you do pick up a hop. You pick up hop presence, obviously, but I don't know that it's like that piney resinous hops, that's out there. You also do get a tiny bit of the almost like a banana flavor. I didn't pick it up initially, but after you take like a couple sips and let it sit, you do pick up a little bit of a almost like a Heffy vibe with the banana a little bit.
Yeah, you do. I think with all these super triple double quad hopped nonsense beers, you kind of burn up your palate, and so then when you have a beer that's
well, delicately hopped.
Delicately hopped, nicely hopped. Maybe for somebody more refined than a couple of idiots in a shed.
Yeah.
You can pick up the piney.
Yeah.
But for us,
it's not as much. Oh no, this is a really nice beer.
Absolutely.
I would for sure have another one of these. Quittin time, Helles Bock from Brewery 85 in Greenville, South Carolina. You would get a big thumbs up for sure. I would drink another one. Without any hesitation.
I would absolutely drink another one. Wayne, once again, you've outdone yourself. Picked an excellent beer.
Yeah,
I definitely give it a thumbs up.
Some solid choices. Again, if you haven't checked out Wayne's channel, go pay him a visit. Wayne's Beer Delivery does a lot of really cool reviews. Has access to a lot of cool southern beers. I know there's a lot of reviewers in Ohio, Michigan, California, Colorado. Sometimes it's cool to see what's going on in other places as well. So, obviously we have our man Blue Ice is down in Georgia, Wayne's down in South Carolina. I kind of like seeing other regions' beers, not just the stuff we have. And then, of course, the OG, Ronnie Terrio on the Louisiana beer reviews. I enjoy seeing what the guys are doing down south as well as what we're doing up in these areas. So, great beer. Happy to be able to try it. Hopefully you liked the video. If you do, please give us a thumbs up. Hit that like button. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please hit subscribe. And again, you got any comments or questions, jump in down below. Have you had any other beers from Brewery 85 out of Greenville? Let us know what other ones might be worth giving a shot. Hey, until next time. Cheers.